Hi everyone, welcome to Michelin King. Today, winter's fast approaching, so let's take a look at some of our top winter products. Let's go outside, apply them to the car, see how to get the best of them, and let's go. Hi everyone, welcome to Michelin King, live in our factory car park. So, today we're going to have a look at a wax called Heather. Let's do an extreme close-up. Those of you that are familiar with Wayne's World will get the joke. Those of you that aren't, I'm very jealous that you're so young that you won't remember it. So, Heather wax, it's our extreme winter wax. Living in Scotland and certainly in the northern hemisphere, and some of our Canadian and American brothers can testify to this, the weather that we experience in winter is quite extreme. Now, we've been blessed with a very nice, warm, late September day, so I thought why not get out here whilst it's still pleasant enough to apply the wax and get some winter prep for the car. So first off, we'll be using a product called Pure. So Pure is a paint cleanser or a paint cleaner. Essentially what it does is it just strips off all of the old stuff and gives you a nice clean surface to apply your sealant and your wax. And for sealant, we're going to take a look at Guard, which is here. So Guard is our winter or our durable paint sealant. So you typically get about 3 to 5 months from Guard, and you'll get about the same from Heather, about 3 to 5 months protection. So we'll go through the steps, how to get the best from this. And as I said, quite a nice day today, so hopefully we can give you some hints and tips along the way. So I'll bring you in close for the next shot, let you see exactly how to apply. Right guys, so here we are, change the camera angle, let's have a good look. As you can see, the paint's in reasonable condition, it's still nice and glossy. Obviously being a Michelin King car, you've got lots of products on here all the time, so the car never really gets too out of hand. So we just take our Pure, give it a good shake, make sure the cap's on nice and tight. And then obviously to apply, you want to loosen it right off to the top. Take your applicator pad here and then just put what we call a Zorro on it. And I'll show you the reason why. You can put lines on, just whatever you want, but we've kind of become synonymous with the Zorro now. So all you're going to do is just a few dabs across the paint so that you're picking up new product, because you really want to clean the paint, and the best way of doing that is continually picking up new product so that it's picking up clean product essentially. So you get multiple chances at giving the paint the best clean possible. This will cure quite quickly today because we do have the sun on our side and it's also windy as well, so we should get a nice fast curing time. You can also apply this via dual action as well. It will give you a deeper clean, it will give you a more uniform application as well. Obviously when you are applying it, it's difficult to get the pressure right all the time, and as you can see this product is actually cured, so I'm just actually removing product when I'm doing that. So I'll just turn the camera again and let you see what it looks like when it's fully cured. So you should be able to see a hazy finish. Just do this finger swipe test. As you can see, that's absolutely ready to remove. And I'm using one of our Kensington, so one of our more plush cloths. Plush on both sides, it's edgeless as well, so really nice to use just to remove the Pure. And as you can see, it's completely effortless. There is no drag to this product at all. It's a very low dusting formula, so you don't get the dust in between the cracks and crevices, and it does have some filling ability, so if you've just got minor wash marks and things like that, it will help to an extent. It's right along the edge there, and that's it. It's already off. We've got a nice clean surface to work with, and we can go straight on to the next product, which is called Guard. Hopefully you can see that here, and as you can see, winter sealant, or just a sealant that, for the likes of daily drivers, cars that are outside, cars when you want a good level of protection. So let's change the camera angle, have a look at how to apply this properly, how to get the best from it, and how to know when it's fully cured. Right guys, so as you can see, the gloss levels have increased quite dramatically since applying Pure to the panels. Just deep cleaning the paint, that's all we're doing there. Now we're on to Guard. The links to the products will be in the description, so you don't have to take any notes just now unless you really want to. Most important thing again, just make sure the cap's on and you give the bottle a good shake. I just want to mix everything in, make sure it's nice and even. So, same process as the Pure, we're going to take our microfiber applicator pad. These are available on the website. Just take that and then simply apply your Guard. We do also offer a product called Bavaria as well, so if you're wanting even more protection, then take a look at Bavaria. It's our 2-step winter sealant and it's very durable. You'll get about a minimum of 6 months from it. Customers get a lot longer, but we just advertise it as a minimum of 6 months. So same idea, just it'll feel slightly different because this is a sealant. You're just applying, just dabbing the paint and then straight lines. Just want to apply straight lines so that you're not adding any swirls to the paintwork. That's typically how swirls come about, is circular motion. Historically it would have been from rotary machines not finishing down, but most of us now have moved on to dual actions. However, I do still have my trusty rotary in the garage. So again, just straight lines. This is such a good day to apply this because it's just curing straight away, nice and easy. You can add 2 layers of Guard if you want. It will increase, so it's a high gloss. This is a really high gloss winter sealant, so when we remove this you'll really see the paint pop. So we'll just go ahead and do that now. Again, another brand new Kensington cloth. We sell these in packs as well, so it's a good idea just to buy the pack so you've got plenty of cloths. You always want a new cloth. Anytime the cloth starts to become, if there's too much polish or wax on the cloth, it's time to get a new one. You don't want to use the cloth if it's too embedded. So again, as you can see, very little pressure to remove it. It's really easy to remove Guard. Paintwork is absolutely swimming now. You've got the nice gloss at Pure left, and then we're adding to that again. So hopefully, as you can see guys, we're really starting to build up the levels of gloss here. The paintwork is looking super wet. We've applied Pure, we've put our Guard on. You can obviously apply 2 coats of Guard as well if you want, just to further level up or boost up the gloss. But we're now at a stage where we're actually ready to apply our wax. It's a really easy process to apply the wax. I'll show you exactly how to do it, how to make sure it's not over applied, and how you know it's ready to remove as well. So let's put this cloth down, and then we'll get our applicator pad. So this one I'm going to use our foam pad, so slightly bigger than the microfiber. We just like to change things up in the video, just try and show you as many of our accessories as possible so that you get an idea of what might suit you best. I'm actually starting to favour these pads for some of the waxes that we offer, and I typically only use this now for our sealants and our pre-wax cleaner, so it's absolutely great. So let's get on and apply the wax. Right guys, so we've got the header here, and what we'll do, there's a nice wee slot in the windscreen wipers here where I'll put the lid. Phenomenal header fragrance, and obviously the purpley heather colour as well, so really really nice. Lovely wax to use, very easy winter wax to use as well, just because it's got great durability and a really high gloss. It's still just as easy to use as the summer waxes, but it lasts longer. This is all natural as well, so it's not a hybrid wax, it's just a very high quality carnauba. It's a T1 that's in here as well that we use, so it's a high wax content. Lovely wax. So I'm just taking a few swipes out of that, and as you can see we're only applying it to about the top quarter to third of the pad. And here's the reason behind that. I don't want to over apply this because we're only applying it to the bonnet, and what we'll do now is we'll bring the camera in and show you exactly how I'm applying this. So let's go. So hopefully you've got a nice bird's eye view, and all we're going to do is just apply this north, south, east, west. Just nice and straight lines. Because it's a high wax content, it should cure quite quickly. We'll probably leave it though for about 20 odd minutes just to fully cure. It's really important to do this because you want the wax to fully cure. If you take it off too soon, then you're doing a disservice to the protection. So again, just east and west. Try and keep the lines as straight as possible. And what this is doing is just ensuring an even coat and a light coat of wax as well. I'll bring the camera around and try and show you just how light of a coat of wax we apply. Then what we'll do is put the pad straight down, completely flat, and it will pick up any excess wax. So again, we're not applying too much wax to the paint. It's the number one reason of over application, obviously, but it's an extremely easy fix. The lovely thing about Guard and Heather is they're particularly good on metallic paint. I can see the flake coming through really nicely just because it's a high clarity wax, and Guard is also a high clarity sealant, so absolutely brilliant for metallic paint. We've figured out the ingredients that actually mute the flake within a car wax, and typically there are alternatives that don't mute the wax, so that's why so many of our waxes, the majority of the waxes, because most of the cars that I own are metallic paint, so the majority of our waxes are suitable for metallic paint. We even have a few that are actually specifically for metallic. The reason behind that is the clarity of the ingredients. So, and what that means is when the wax is on the paint, it's not opaque, it's translucent, so the ingredients that are left on actually allow the light to come back through in better clarity on the paint, so that you see the metallic actually pop. So let's take this off, and we'll just do a bit of a freehand here, because it's sometimes easier. You might be able to see just that slight hazing. It's really difficult to get this on camera, but you really don't want a lot of wax on the paint. You just need a very thin layer, and trust me, it's so much easier to remove. So I don't know if even there you can just see the slight layer of wax that we've applied. That's probably gives you the best idea. So it looks quite oily. It's not an oily wax, it's just the way it's applied, and it's very easy to remove. Right guys, so let's get into it. Let's remove the wax. So again, brand new Kensington microfiber, and we're just breaking through the first layer of the wax here, and that's it. It's so easy to remove, Heather, because it's a high wax content. It's not oily, so it's really easy to remove it from the surface, and you just now polishing this to a high gloss shine. So you've got these show car concourse style look, but the winter protection. It's an absolutely phenomenal wax. There we go, very happy with that indeed. Nice thing, because it's a high wax content, is you get this silvery wetness to it as well, which is indicative of high wax content. The thing about a car wax that's got what I'm talking about, high wax content here, is in the looks, so you can't really hide it. So it will typically have a very wet look to it, it will have a wet shine, almost looks as if the clear coat is lifting off the paint slightly, and you'll have an extremely, in this case it's almost a silvery effect on the black paint, just because of the amount of jetting that this wax gives you. And that will last, as I said in the beginning of the video, a good number of months. But you can obviously, I would always go with a minimum of 2 layers for my winter protection, because I probably won't get a chance, especially in Scotland, when it's freezing temperatures, when it's snowing, to reapply this wax. So it's always important to do that up front, and if you get a chance, you can then apply another layer during the winter months if the weather permits. You can use this roughly down to about 5 degrees, it will still be quite effective. Under that, as most products will be, slightly less effective because they're not drying out properly, but you can still use them. You know, I think the lowest I've got to is about 3 degrees centigrade, and obviously we get to the minus, but at that detailing becomes slightly less pleasant. But that's where something like this would come in to play, which is our spray wax called Glace. So you can actually use this after you've washed the car, spray it down, buff it off, and that will give you added protection as well. So if you feel you just want more protection, if it's a particularly salty area that you live in, or you've just covered a lot of miles recently, and that's a great top up spray, and something I've always got in the arsenal, the detailing pack, certainly in the winter. So thanks very much for joining us, guys. This wax is available on our website to purchase just now. We'll also put the 200ml tin, the jar, on the site as well. So obviously, as you see, it's had a few swipes out of it, but it will certainly do. It's maybe had 6 or 7 swipes out of it, this one, so absolutely perfect, still ready to go. All new applicators and things, so no cross contamination going on. So if it's something you're interested in, we'll put it on the website now. Take care, guys. Bye bye. So as you can see, guys, we've removed the wax. We're just doing a bit of a water test here, as we do, a wee bit of water play, just to show you how effective it is. You've kind of got that self-cleaning because the surface is so slick, and obviously if we did it with an open hose, you would pretty much have a dry surface. So as you can see, the water sheets off very easily. You've still got, it is a really high beading wax as well, so you'll still have some beads of water on the paint, but the minute you drive off, because of the slick surface, then that will soon run right off the paint. So now that, unfortunately, it started to rain, as it does in Scotland, but luckily enough we've beat it this time. We've got our header and our guard on the paint, so plenty of protection, and it's looking good.